this is part 2 of my broken Porsche 911 997 video. This morning you joined me in my Porsche Cayman 987. I'm heading into the city centre. I've got a few jobs to do in the city and I'll be preparing for going to retrieve my Porsche 911 997. If you didn't see my last video where the 911 broke down, I'll put the link to that directly below this video. Now, the amount of comments that I got on my previous video basically telling me how stupid I was and how idiotic it was for me to not get European breakdown cover, fully take that on board. It was an oversight on my behalf. It was on my list of things to do, but it's something I just never got round to doing. So, you know, they do say you deserve what you get. Maybe I had that coming, maybe not, maybe it's a little bit harsh, but I do know that I have learned from this and that situation will never happen again. And it's quite ironic that the 3 previous videos of mine have been tools which every Porsche owner needs, mistakes which Porsche owners are making, and then my 911 is broken. You almost couldn't make that up. But I can also look at this as maybe a little bit of a blessing. Maybe, you know, I was on the way to the Nürburgring, maybe something would have happened on the Nürburgring. If that kind of fault had happened on the Nürburgring, you know, I could have been doing 120, 130 mile an hour around a corner, and who knows where the car might have ended up. So I guess it's a bit of a blessing that it happened where it did. And I've also had a few messages and comments on my last video saying that, you know, I should know better and, you know, we expect better of you. Well, that's fair enough, but one thing I do want to confirm is that I am still human. You know, this channel has never been set up, and this channel is not about having the perfect lifestyle, doing everything perfectly the first time around. And if I have to make a mistake and learn from that, then so be it. You know, this channel is about sharing the good, the bad and the ugly. And I don't just want to focus on the positive things on these cars and the positive things about owning these cars, because it's not all positive, it's not all rosy. Sometimes people do make mistakes, and yeah, you have to learn from it. And maybe even if you guys are to learn something or take something from these videos, then I'm all for that, I'm all over that, even if it's at my expense. Pretty wet out there, soaked through. And guess where my umbrella is? In Germany with my 911. So for me to go and pick this car up, as I say, the car is in Koblenz in Germany. There's no real easy way to get there from where I am based in Newcastle upon Tyne. So the easiest thing to do, or one of the easiest things to do, is to get trains all the way. So I can get a train from Newcastle Central Station right down to King's Cross, which will then take me onto the Eurostar, and I can get the Eurostar into Brussels. From Brussels I then go to, I think it's Cologne, and then from Cologne I can get a train direct to Koblenz. That is the easiest, straightforward way of constantly being on the move and no waiting around. There is another way which involves 2 flights and 2 trains, but unfortunately that means a lot of waiting around, a lot of going through security, and the whole process is just going to go a lot quicker and a lot smoother if I get myself on those trains. Whenever I go to hotels, I always seem to get a shoebox hotel room, probably because I always pay shoebox money. So it took me about 11 hours to get to Koblenz yesterday, 4 trains in total with an overnight stay. Now the Porsche Centre of Koblenz is around about a mile and a half away. So, I mean, Koblenz seems like a pretty nice place, but it's just a bit rainy, misty and grey this morning, unfortunately. Well, here it is. I've never been so excited in all my life to see this Porsche Centre. This is Porsche Centre Koblenz. Can't see my car anywhere. I'm guessing it's around the back somewhere. Good morning. Do you speak English? I'm here from the UK to collect my yellow 911 which broke down.
Okay.
Yeah, and I believe the car is around here somewhere. Ta-da! There she is. It's been a while, it's been too long, it's been 2 weeks. Super excited to get back in this thing. The car is fixed, thankfully. First start. Okay, so what I've really got to do now is sort of get my bearings. program in my sat nav, and then it's going to be about probably 12 or 13 hour drive back to the UK and back up to Newcastle upon Tyne, which I'm not looking forward to. The new Liam Gallagher album might help, and I was hoping to get some drone shots or something, but it's looking really bad weather-wise this morning. So I'm here to finish what I started. You know, I've got about 300 miles to cover before I get to Calais. Once I'm at Calais, then I'll be boarding on the Euro shuttle, and then obviously back into the UK, back into Newcastle upon Tyne. Now, one thing I do want to confirm, I'm sure it will be on your mind, I'm sure you'll be asking about it, is yes, I do have European breakdown cover. Quite honestly, I'd be a bit of an idiot to be driving on these roads again without European breakdown cover. So I'm going to knuckle down and get these 300 miles blasted as quickly as possible. I'm now on the Eurotunnel, having a quick sandwich, and I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update as to how the car's going, and also pricing, where we are, and miles per gallon and things like that. So what I'll do first of all is I'll have a look at the miles per gallon on the car. So for the 2,373 kilometers that I've done so far, I've been getting about 27.5 miles per gallon. What is 2,373 in miles? Let me just check, because I'll need to change this over in any case. Speedometer in miles, so we're now at 1,474. So let's say 1,500 miles for ease or sake of argument. I've got about another 350 miles once I get into Folkestone, back up to Newcastle upon Tyne. Now this is like the worst map in the world that I've made, but that's where we started, Koblenz, and then this is where we are now, somewhere over the or under the English Channel. And then once we get to Folkestone, which is right here, then we're going to be all the way up to Newcastle upon Tyne, which is at the, well, let's say Northern England. So how much does it cost me over and above what the original trip would have cost me? Well, the recovery of the car cost €450, which is about £400. The fixing of the car at Porsche Centre Koblenz was just under €800, so that's going to be about £710. Travel and accommodation, so for me to get back to Koblenz and a hotel, was £260. So I'll work that out. I'm not going to add on any additional fuel that I've used from Koblenz this morning back to Newcastle upon Tyne, because I would have been using that fuel in any case. So it's worked out at £1,370. A £1,370 problem. I would have saved a lot had I got European breakdown cover. We know this, we've established that. And the videos that you'll see after this video will be what you would have originally seen had the car not broken down. So I'm probably going to put it into about 3 extra videos. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Please click that bell so you don't miss a single thing. I post new Porsche videos every single Thursday, and it'd be great to have you around as a subscriber. Watch out for the next video coming in the next few days for the start of the European trip. I'm not sure how well you can see me or hear me. It is 10 p.m. Wednesday evening. We've covered 1,821 miles. I've covered about 650 miles of those today. Absolutely beat, but I'm so pleased to be home. So pleased to have got the 911 home in one piece. And now it's time for me to hit the hay. I really need a good 8-hour sleep.